Hello guys, what is up everybody? Today, got team player versus KRONOS. Game is a... Shit, I don't even know MMR anymore. What are we hovering around? Let's see. Silver 3-ish maybe? Yeah, we got about a Silver 3 game going on here. Team player currently on quite the losing streak of, I believe, 3 or 4 games. Sorry I didn't have my research pulled up before this. I pressed the live button too early. Anyways, I should be getting into it pretty shortly. I heard that they were about ready to go in here. I see. Oh, I was wrong. Team player is Silver 4. KRONOS is Silver 3. And anyone watching, KRONOS is currently looking for a 6th member. So if you're interested, they definitely have a spot. Anyways, team player is struggling here. See, they've lost the last 3 versus Entropic Humans and Paragon. The game against Paragon's a little rough. Out their star goalie Jay. And of course, I was too busy casting, so happens. Anyways, let's get right into the golden joust. And it looks like team player is going to be the faster stack as they create some pressure. Nice little reset back. Haley, and that is going to be punched and picked up by Slide Factor. It's going to be a race in the disc for the blue zone. is going to pick it up and try to clear, and it is quite successful. There is the stack down. Jay might have an opportunity to get the first goal on the board. Team player looking to position pretty nicely. Right to Kaylee, back to Jay. Back to Dave. Great cut passing and a great shot from Dave. Well, if you want to call it a shot, it was... You know, you can really contribute the goal to Jay because he's the one who passed it there. But of course, Dave being in the right place, right time, is able to put out 2 points. Team player really scoring these first goals early. I think in the last 6 or 7 rounds, they've probably scored the first goal every time. Of course, that does not stop them from losing. The first goal is not everything, but momentum and echo is. And the team player might be able to build up some momentum in order to carry the lead through this one. Good stacks from team player. Jay and Dave looking to get a little bit of dribble, but that one's going to go off right station and go wild into his zone. It's going to be picked up by KRONOS. Crater Fox has a shot, but that one is not going to go in. Picked up by Clark. Clark is going to make that one a successful shot, and that is going to be 2-2 tied game. Quick 30-second goal, 5 from 5, almost perfect. Clark really knows what he's doing. KRONOS also similar to team player, on a bit of a losing streak. Last win was about 5 or 6 games ago, so both teams struggling, but hoping to kind of get something together. As Jay finds Kaylee on the left tunnel, or tries to find, but Jay's actually going to pick it back up himself. And he's got tons of open space and tons of open passes. See what he does here. He's going to reset it back to Bowtie. Bowtie's going to find there's going to be a man on him, but he's going to get stunned. Back to Jay. Some good passing from the team player, and the anchor off the left shoulder is going to put another 2 points on the board for team player. Really, really good passing from team player here. Much better than previously seen. I think Jay being back is a huge benefit for them, as he is pretty much offensively and defensively a guy. We haven't seen it here yet, but once you see KRONOS trying to get some offensive pressure, Jay will be there for the saves. Anyways, a good rollout coming from KRONOS. And they are going to have an open 3 attempt, but this one is also going to go wide. But they do have tons of pass options. Seem to be dropping to the floor a bit. They're being pretty successful. Oh, a 3-pointer from Kerrigan. That's actually going to give them the KRONOS the lead. Wow, I was really not expecting that. It was a pretty fast shot. Seems like KRONOS had a man in the net, messing up Jay a bit. And it's going to give them a 1-point lead. 1 point is enough to win the game. So if they are able to hold this, it is going to be looking like a game 2. Anyways, team player. Team player's roll, it's looking a bit rough. The passes are not, as Kayla's going to have an open shot opportunity. And Clark kind of flailing his head about, and it does actually hit him, but he was unable to bounce it out, as team player is going to take back the lead very quickly, about 12 seconds.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teams have cleared the launchers. Orange
KRONOS passing at the slide. And they're going to find a man deep. They have a 2-on-2 attack. Team players luckily going to get back into the bubble. And they're going to find a nice pass on the shoulder. But Jay, as I was mentioning earlier, coming up big with the saves. The clears are not as big, but he's going to not pick it back up. Kronos kind of dumps it in there. Dave does clear. The midfielder is not able to grab it, and a stack when team player comes out. They will have a shot opportunity if they are able to grab it. They do, but not in time. The Kronos does have a goalie back. And Kronos is able to pick it up, and they also get it past the midfielder, Dave. Team captain of team player currently. Kronos somehow able to manage the disc here. Creative Fox kind of putting the moves on, but is going to let go of it. Dave is trying to get rid of it, but is not going to be able to. As Slide Factory, the midfielder, is going to pick it up. Finding King on the right boot. King going to take a shot. Another 3. Seems like Kronos' strategy is pretty established. Beat the shit out of the goalie, and they can't do anything. And it is quite the effective strategy. There's only so much you can do when there is someone inside your net. Again, some people frown upon the strat of the goalie stun. Me personally, I am a huge fan of it. I really like stunning people's goalies. It's pretty fun. Sometimes people get a little angry, but all more of the fun. Nice slide's going to pick it up, and he's going to find King. Or try to find King, but he's not going to be able to. Team player stacks up and tries to get it, but they all miss. They are able to stun him with the disc going to go wild. This time, they 3-stack and look for the clear. Of course, Clark is there over mid. Passing it down to King, but is unable to catch it. Or, sorry, that would have been slide. Creative just kind of throwing one at the net. It's going to go off the backboard. Jay making a quick routine save here. Team player's going to pick it up. They do have stacks. They might be able to beat them. Kronos is already stacked up, though, and they are going to beat them by a long shot. But they're going to pass it right to Amir. Amir is going to stun them right in front of the net. Kronos kind of panicking, hitting the shield, and even more panic coming from Oz. He's unable to hit it. Team player recovers. A passed Aw getting stunned again. It's third time in 10 seconds.
Orange clears it out.
Jay is almost able to pick it up, but he's not going to. Jay undergoing a recent name change. Now going to be J.K., formerly J. Lily. Do not know what prompted it, but could be. I believe his music channel is under the same name. Makes very good music. You should check him out. Very, very talented. Not only at Echo, but also the piano and EDM. So definitely give him a check. As Jay, the artist, finds Dave, and Kayla's going to be the target of Dave's pass, and she is going to put one in, tying the game up at 8-8. Really good passing from the team player here. Oh, team player's defense, it's not looking the best right now, but their offense definitely is. The passes are way more consistent than in the past. If they keep this up, they should be able to win game 1. Rollout's a little slow from Kronos as they throw it straight to Jay, and Jay's going to try to hit the mail slot, but he's just barely going to miss. Kronos does recover. Clark's got tons of time, but no one really up there. Creative and Slide will try to stack up, but the stack kind of fails. He's down there by himself, but there's no one in the net again. Slide's going to... Ooh, Kronos looking a little rough from the threes here. I think that might be a 4th, 5th, maybe even 6th missed 3 from Kronos. If they want to win, they really got to start hitting those. As team play looks to be having a similar opportunity here. Barely misses. Kronos does have to slap it out, though, because of his presence. Team player stacks up. Finds All on the wall again. All passes it to Kaylee, but no. A little too much pressure, so it's a little hard to grab. Jay's going to be taking his time. He's able to find an open pass to Kaylee. And Kaylee throws it off the goalie's head for, I mean, a lot of headshots. I mean, that might have been the 2nd or 3rd one this game. I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd one this game, 2nd one for team player. Clark has got quite the fat head, but it needs to be a little fatter if he wants to succeed on these saves and not just steal their points. Team players actually only scored 6 points if you don't account for the headbutts. Everyone on team player looking pretty good, except Ommeter does have a 0 in every category except stuns. So maybe he'll be looking to put something on the board. He has been a very successful member. Don't let the leaderboard fool you. He has been open. He's been creating plays. And that's all you really need to do. The leaderboard is a really misleading stat. Anyways, Kronos and team player are going to be racing for the disc in the blue zone. Team player does have it. Team player really struggles in these minute 30 situations. They are currently 0 for 2 when ahead in the final minute. And that is not a stat you like to see. A team player hoping to change that statistic. Another missed 3 from KRONOS. He has a third attempt. This one is not a 3-pointer though. He's going to be tied 10-10. Team player, again, not the best at holding leads these last minutes. It seems a little crack under pressure, maybe. It's the best way to describe it. Play calling sometimes not there. Anyways, they try to learn from the mistakes, as they do have the advantage going into this final 50 seconds. They find to the left. They find Kaylee on left shoulder. Kaylee's going to shoot it on the stun goalie, but is going to miss. He tries to pick it back up, but he's not unable to. Is going to be the one to pick it up on their zone. 34 seconds remaining on the clock. The pass does go wild. It's going to bite a little bit of time. Under pressure, lots of stuns coming out. Dave's going to stun creative. Kaylee is going to slap it away, trying to stop KRONOS from getting their own pressure. And the disc is going to go wild. KRONOS is stacked up though, so he will be the ones to win the disc. They clear. If KRONOS can get a stack here, they could win the game. And KRONOS does seem to have a stack up, but Team Players is a bit faster. Kaylee trying to clear. The last 7 seconds. KRONOS does have an opportunity to score. Will KRONOS do it in the final 3 seconds? They find him at the bottom. They shoot it, and it goes wide. And it looks like we were going to have a Game 1 overtime. Very close and well-fought game from both teams here. Key players to look out for it. Creative Fast. Even though I believe they've missed a couple threes. Outside of that, they've got 5 points, 2 assists, and 2 saves. Plus 23 stuns. Leading the team in every single category except steals, where Clark leads with a solid 1. Anyways, KRONOS is going to win the joust here and hope to create some form of attack. But team player is going to try to get rid of it. A pass/clear attempt to Bug is going to fail as Slide picks up in their zone. He's trying to find Creative, and does. Creative finds Slide back. Slide's going to miss. Team player really getting 2v4 here by Slide and Creative. KRONOS is backstacking all the way, and is not going to be successful for them as team player picks it up and clears it through the middle. But no, Clark is actually there, keeping the pressure on. All is going to pick up the clear, and there's going to be a race to disc. This disc is in really good position for a shot. All could end the game right here, and he hits the post. That is tragic. This is why he's got a 0 in every category. Oh. But he's going to have a chance to redeem himself as they pass the kill. He goes, but no, Slide is going to make a wonderful save and keep them alive. 50 seconds remaining in overtime number 1. Maybe we'll see an overtime number 2. Team player clears it through the right tunnel, and there's going to be another race to a disc. Team player has no stacks up, so KRONOS will win this pretty convincingly. Clearing it through bottom trench, but Dave and are there. Quite the rare stack to see, but it does happen. You've been seeing it more and more recently. I think it's due to the roster that's been happening. Anyways, Kaylee almost finding Mr. Meter, but it's just going to go wide. Kaylee might try to solo bolo in there, but no. Odd's going to pick it up. 20 seconds left. He tries to pass it out, but he gets hit by Shield. Oh, a bit of a scramble there, but it's going to be KRONOS who wins it. KRONOS has 10 seconds left to hopefully get rid of it. KRONOS is looking a bit faster here. They do have an opportunity if they get their hands on it. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be the end of overtime 1. A pretty uneventful overtime, if you ask me, I think. I don't even know if... No, there was 2 shot attempts for team player. 1 on meter missing a coin slot shot happens, and Kaylee's shot getting saved by the Slide factory. See, currently each team has won 1 joust, and team player is going to win this one, but no one is there to capitalize. Or are they, as the disc goes into Orange's right trap? Jay's going to get stunned. It's going to be picked up by Slide, who's going to get stolen from by his own teammate, Creative Fox. As Aw picks up the zone, he just tries to clear it since he doesn't have any open passes. Pretty smart plays. And the disc is going to be cleared. Team player, it looks like they have 2 stacks up, but it's going to get leashed by Slide. Slide's going to have an opportunity to end it, and that one is going to go in 12-10. And that is going to end game 1. Quite an unfortunate leash there. Very, very well played by KRONOS. And they're going to win that one. Big misplay. Team player is not the best in these scenarios. You really hate to see it. So unfortunate to get leached. Team player doesn't really recognize the leech happens, and Slide is going to be able to pick up the final 2 points. Team player hoping to adjust. No, team player is a little stubborn in their ways sometimes. You don't really see a lot of adjustments coming in between rounds. And it's not necessarily a bad strat, assuming you're kind of winning. But they do not be winning. Anyways, team player, more of a second half team. At least that's what they like to tell themselves. It's a pretty good mentality to have. You know, if you're losing that game 1, just say, all right, we got game 2, game 3. Kind of clear out the mental. Because you don't want that mental strain to carry over from game to game. It can be pretty taxing. Because if you kind of start thinking about last game, like, oh, we just lost in overtime, we could have won that game. And then KRONOS scores the next goal, and then your mental's like, oh my god, we're going to lose this game. And really, that thought that happens really makes you lose more. I believe studies have actually shown that positive teammates are more likely to win. I believe that's actually an Echo loading screen tip. So positivity is key. It's pretty generic, but it does help. Pretty slow stacks coming out from Jazz, but team player is able to win it. But KRONOS is able to keep possession. A good stack from Kaylee and but she's going to get stunned.
Orange clears it out.
Jay is going to have tons of space as team player looks to be finding open positions. I believe there's one on right shoulder that they might look for. Moves to right boot. Currently got one on the net. Not looking for an alley-oop here. Aw's going to get stunned. They're finding the open passes. Kaylee finds Aw, and Aw's going to shoot a 12-meter shot. 3, and that's going to be his first goal of the game. Everyone on team player technically scoring 2 points. However, I believe Kaylee does actually have 6. Just 2 went off Clark's head. The rollout seems to be a bit of a failure from KRONOS. They still are able to keep possession, and team player is back and stacked in their bubble. Nice pass to right clad Slide Factory. They try to find creative, but they are unable to. As the disc goes out, but Clark, their midfielder, has been there, and it continues to be there. Slide passing out the pack. And Kaylee is going to be able to recover the lost disc and clear it. Team player hoping to get stacked up and win the race, but they're unable to. As Slide picks it up. Slide tries to clear it, but Dave is there. Dave trying to find Kaylee or trying to clear it, one or the other, but unable to, as KRONOS is there to stop their attack. Of course, team player trying to set it up in their zone. That is going to hit off the bottom trench, quite unfortunate. That one's going to be picked up by Slide, who clears it. MVP of last game. And hoping to do it again, as Clark this time picks it up, clears it. Clark 09. I assume that's probably his birthday or favorite number. Though 9 is, I don't know, 9 is not a favorite number type number. That is hard to explain. I was going to get stunned by Fox. Fox kind of putting the moves on as they take possession. Slide's also putting the moves on Anchor. But Jay is there, but Jay's not able to get rid of it fast enough as Fox picks it up in their zone. 2-2. Pretty good plays. Seems like team players getting danced around a bit as Creative is going to be the one who puts that in. I believe Slide was the one responsible for the anchor. Of course, Jay, making a wonderful save, was unable to get rid of it fast enough. Team player seems to like rolling it out to his left side. They find Kaylee on right boot. He's going to take another shot, and that one is going to go in. Kaylee currently responsible for 14 points of team players' 16 points. So Kaylee really putting in work here. And if she continues to put in work, we might have a game 3. Team player does currently lead, but he also led a majority of last game and the game before, and probably a few games before that too. Creative is going to find King. It's going to go back to Creative, but it's going to miss. But Clark is there to recover any missed passes, as that is his role. Clark trying to clears it down, but Dave tries to clear it back. But this one's going to go off Bowtie. Slide's going to pick it up. That's going to be stunned by Dave. Dave tries to clear it, but it's going to hit off the left side of Valley. Kaylee is going to try to pick it up, but Fox is going to pick it up instead. Dave is going to have a little bit of breathing room now and try to get some open passes. He does have the open passes, but it is missed, but Kaylee's able to recover the bad pass. And she's going to make a bad pass of her own. That one is picked up by Slide. Slide tries to clear, and they do. King's going to have an open shot. Will he make the first open three of the game? And he will! 5-4, just like last game. Are we having a repeat maybe? We're going to see another 10-10 overtime? Game is looking eerily similar to the last one. And then team players in this exact spot before, so they do know what to do now. Oops. I hit my mic. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. This is going to be in Blue's side, right over mid. He's going to get a bit of pressure from King, but nothing that he can't deal with as he tries to throw it to Ah. Ah is going to get... not get the disc. That's totally what I meant to say, as Slide picks up and clears it. Jay's got tons of space, but no open passes. Finds Dave. Ah looks like he's moving to the right wall, but he's going to find Kaylee. Kaylee passes out to Jay in left boot, but is going to miss. And Slide looks like he's going to recover this one and try to clear it, but he's unable to. Ah tries to clear it, but unfortunately it hits King's head. Team player is still able to recover it, and Dave's going to have tons and tons of space. Hoping to slow it down, find the passes. And he does. He finds Kaylee, and he goes back to Dave. Dave to All on bow tie. All to Jay on left ghost, but this one is going to miss. I think Jay just missed it. Quite unfortunate. All to throw it a bit hard, but you got to throw hard passes if you don't want the other team to intercept it. All is going to pick it up. He's not going to have any passes, so he's going to dump it. Slide's going to make a great read on that bounce. Definitely not a dyslexic person, that is for sure. As Kaylee picks up on the blue side and clears it through left tunnel. Dave was there, but he was unable to grab it, as Clark now picks it up in the backfield. Hoping this kind of eats some time away. They tried to pass it to King on Ghost, on Shield, but he's not able to. Dave, now on his own, tries to find Bug. This one is also going to go wide. The team's definitely not on the same wavelength here. As they pass it down to Dave, who is covered by two different people. Again, don't really have any other options there. It's not a bad play. Just quite unfortunate. This going to go loose the orange bow tie. It's going to be picked up by Slide, who tries to clear it to the right tunnel, but is unable to. As Bug picks up, tries to clear it, Clark picks up. Clark slaps at the Bug. Bug's going to have a huge opportunity here, but Slide's going to pick it up as she shoots it right in the center. Jay, tons of space to work with. Team player all kind of stacked on one side. All realizes this and rotates. Good position in him. Jay loves... he's created so much space between teams, trying to draw the defender, and he does. That's going to allow All and Ghost to find the open. All's going to take a shot here off the backboard, the centerpiece, and it's barely going to hit off the right side of orange net. Really unfortunate for All there, trying to find his second goal of the game. Kaylee's going to pick it up. Kaylee's going to that room. Maybe if an anchor here. She does kind of schmoove, but Creative is going to save it. Lots of saves coming out for KRONOS, as they have 10 saves now to team players 8. And that shot is going to go off the bottom of goal. Team player really struggling to finish here, and that tends to be a theme with them, as finishing is definitely not where they're coming from. Kind of clear. Clark is there. Clark's been a menace in the midfield and backfield, just kind of picking up all of team players' clears, not giving team player the chance to stack up and chase. The team player has been keeping possession of the disc. They currently lead the game in possession time with 7 minutes and 30 compared to KRONOS' 6:50. And you can really see it apparent here in this half. Jay's going to pick it up. Find Bug on the right shoulder. He's going to shoot the shot. My game lags a bit, but the shot does go wide. Jay tries to anchor off the back, and a tip-in from Dave's head, making an appearance there. Team player now has the lead, 5-7. I believe they were in this exact spot in minute 30. Team players minute 30 up 2 is definitely one of the worst in the league, but hopefully they're able to redeem themselves.
Teams entering the arena.
Currently 0 for 3, up with less than a minute 30, hoping to make it 1-4. 25% does look a bit better than 0%. As King tries to clear it. Oh, there's going to be a stack coming out from KRONOS. Slide's going to have an easy shot An easy goal. And wow, a minute left, 7-7. Tied game, minute left.
11, 10,
Team player does have the advantage here. Almost the exact same scenario as last game, except I believe they were up
3.
in this scenario this time. This time they will need a goal if they want to continue on to a game of 3.
Round has begun. Blue throws it way downfield.
We do find all on right shoulder, but he does get pressured by Slide.
Orange clears it out of
They
their
clear it. The faster stack will get it here. And no team will stack, actually,
Great
as Jay just kind of floats for this. 30 seconds left. Maybe we'll see an overtime, too. Seems like Bug gets stunned with the disc, but she might be able to come for it. No, unable to. Oz going to pick up the disc in the zone. 20 seconds remain. Finds Kaylee below left boot. Kaylee finds Dave over the middle. Dave does reset it back. Jay looking to find someone in the last 10 seconds. Jay throws it off the ceiling. Clark is there looking to clear out the pressure. 5 seconds remaining. It looks like we're going to see an overtime too. Wow. One of the teams on a hot loss streak is going to win. You know, it does happen when you're on loss streak. KRONOS hoping to pick up their first win in 2 weeks, I believe. I believe their last win was... Let's see where it was. KRONOS' last win was February 3rd, 15 days ago. Hoping to make it a little less here. Team player does win the joust. Dave's unable to pick it up, but Jay will be there to grab the disc in their zone. KRONOS hopefully not feeling the pressure if they want to win this one. Jay kind of does a little bit of duck to Creative, but Creative does have the read and is able to cause a turnover in the zone.
Intercepted.
Kaylee is going to find Jay. Try to find Jay. Jay's going to pick it up. Jay finds Amir. Amir is going to pass it to Kaylee on the wall. This could be deadly. Kaylee barely hits the rim. Kaylee does juke and have a second attempt. This one's going to hit off Dave's fat head that netted him the 3-point earlier. Kaylee tries to pass it to Jay. Gets stunned halfway through, but is still able to complete it. Team player trying to find open. Jay's going to create some space. Find a pass. It's all on the backward. The ball is going to get stolen from. Creative's going to lose it, and the backward shot wins them. Game 2, 7-9. Dave, not your typical striker, but he is definitely putting in work this game, as he does have 7 points, 1 assist, and 3 saves, plus 39 stuns. Dave definitely taking out any anger that he left in Game 1 onto the enemy team. Looks like we're going to have a Game 3. Really, really close game here. Team player able to close that one out. And this game is coming near to a close. Or I think I said that wrong. Whatever. I'm not the best English student. As we have about 30 seconds left in this one. In this little intermission period. Teams talking about the strategy, what to do, what to fix up. And I really couldn't tell you what both teams are talking about. But the game is starting up very shortly.
Round starting in
Both teams hoping to take home their first win in a while.
10,
Team player, formerly a gold team
7,
before we were lost streak. Team is definitely out of whack right now and desperately need a win. They want to keep their morale sane.
it's game on.
This joust is going to be won by KRONOS. Not very often that you see KRONOS winning a joust. Jay is going to pick it up and create tons of space. Some good defensive passing happening from team player.
Blue clears it out.
Oz going to be the one to pick this up. Oz going to clear it. There is no stacks out from either team. I have my minimap turned off. Ooh, don't know the keybind to turn that one back on.
Orange. Orange throws it way down.
It is the M key.
What a pick.
There we go. Anyways, team player missing crucial shots in the zone. Has been happening all game. Kaylee tries to throw it to that one's going to be intercepted by Slide. Slide has quite the few interceptions. Yeah, I think he is intercepted majority of the passes done by team player. Oh, no. Oh! Dave is able to barely save that disc from going in. A lucky bounce, almost putting KRONOS ahead 3-0. It's not going to happen. Team player having some pretty lucky bounces of their own. Haley is going to find all right in the middle. And all is going to put in a 16-meter and put him up 2-0.
12, 11, 10,
That is Oz second of the night.
7, 6.
Good pass from Kaylee, able to find all right over the middle, and Oz releases it just in time to beat the stun out. The team player going ahead for their third straight won this series. King is going to be found on the left. Team player able to regroup, and Jay is going to be the one cutting off a huge steal here to reset the pressure. Dave and Aw stacking towards the disc, and it's going to be successful. Tons of room. Dave looking to stun one, but he gets shielded, and holy shit! Shooting a barely a 2-meter. Almost, sorry, not a 2, barely shooting a 2. Almost a 3, and a pause is going to come out. I presume this is KRONOS who causes the pause. Maybe technical difficulties, maybe trying to reset the pressure. Team player does like to warm up during these intermission periods, something that started happening recently when a team paused against them. I believe it is who is the one who originally suggested this idea, and it is a great idea. You want to stay warm in between the rounds. As you can see, KRONOS is kind of in there getting cold, trying to figure out what's going on. Don't know exactly what's happening there. I believe we will find out very shortly. Now, if I were to guess, it was probably just a tactical timeout, trying to figure out what's going wrong. Of course, KRONOS has been in this position pretty much the whole game, being behind in the first 2 minutes and coming back in order to force 2 different overtimes, winning one, losing the other. And I hope KRONOS is able to come back soon. And KRONOS does come back soon. As the game is currently 4-0 team player.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
As this one is going to get started 4-0. Clark is going to find King in the left tunnel. The pass is going to go wide. Jay and Dave are stacked, and they're unable to get it, but Kaylee will pick this one up and clear it through left tunnel. Both teams having stacks racing to the disc. This one's going to be a close one, as Kaylee slaps it towards the net. And that one is going to be recorded as a save for Clark. Tries to find Dave over in the middle. It's going to be passed, and they're going to be stunned. KRONOS trying to kind of catching on all the cut passing going on team player's behalf. Team player does have 2 stacks up, or had 2 stacks up, but KRONOS has their own stacks up and is able to headbutt the disc away. Team player is able to recover and clear it over middle. Fox is unable to read that bounce, but she is still able to get it.
Intercepted. Blue clears it out of their zone. It's headed back down.
And it tries to clear at the right tunnel and succeeds. That one is going towards left peg. KRONOS does have space. There's no defenders back. Well, there's a couple defenders back, and now they are back all the way. KRONOS resets. Kaylee trying to pressure a disc a little bit. Nice pass to Clark. They find slide on left boot, and they anchor it. Aw is there to recover the shot. Clearing the disc again. Team player stacked, and they are going to be the first ones to the disc. KRONOS has no one back. This could be dangerous. They pass to Dave. Barely misses. His slide picks it up and clears it, but Jay's there. Jay hitting him with a little bit of a weave. Finds all under the net. A little float pass to Dave. Is able to put team player ahead at 6-0. Again, despite team player having scored 3 goals, KRONOS does only need 2 goals to recover, though they have been looking a bit rusty from 3. If KRONOS wants to win, they're going to need their 3s to be on point. Team player hoping to take a defensive position here in order to stop any 3s from going in, though there is 6 minutes. That is longer than a pub match if you count just the timer. Pub matches tend to go over with all the goals and pauses in between. This one is not going to be the same. As Dave picks up, clears it. Is probably going to be the first one to a disc, but the disc bounce is awkward. A little behind the back shot from Ameter. He's putting the game 8-0. Is looking a lot better this round than in the previous rounds. Was definitely struggling a lot in game 1 with his 0 points, 0 assists, and 0 saves, plus another 0 steals. And now he has 8 points, 2 assists, and 1 save. Definitely a much better look. And our team player playing really defensive here. They seem to manage a lead for 5 minutes as Jay steals it. And he tries to shoot it, but it's going to go wide. Team player hoping to stack for it, and they do. Jay's going to have an open out opportunity. He's not going to take it. Jay's kind of putting the moves, and a nice pass to Dave, and an even nicer save from Slide, who was still able to keep them in this.
Great pickup by Blue.
And Kaylee are going to be the ones to pick it up. Stack, and it looks like a little dribble coming out. And that one was actually going in, if I'm not mistaken. It is hard to say, but I believe it was going in, but of course you want to make sure you score. You know, if you kind of take that chance every time, you'll probably end up losing more points than you gain from the 3. Plus, team player is currently up 10-0. KRONOS falling apart a bit from game 1 and game 2. The passes are just not as clean. A little bit of lag on my side, as this kind of lags in the team player's hands, as they seem to have another shot. Barely missing the backward shot. The second backward miss of the night. Team player does find Bug, and Bug tries to find but it's just going to be a little too high. Only if is a couple inches taller, but he is not. But does find a great pass to Jay. Jay passes up to Kaylee, who cuts in, and a little bit of a swing around from Slide, as Slide looks to have gotten Chicago there. Or he brought it in himself. I don't know. He was flinging around a bit. A little hard to tell. Anyways, the game is 12-0. KRONOS is going to have a hard time coming back from this. They still need 4 goals, and all of them must be 3-pointers. They want to win. KRONOS is able to find Fox. And Fox kind of clears it. Hopes someone is there. A little bit of a desperation throw, if you ask me. And Kaylee throws it over mid, and it's going to go through the left. And Jay's going to pick it up. Jay, maybe making the full court. He has to be able to clear it down, and team player's going to have another easy goal. 14-0. Might even see a mercy come out from team player's side. 2 minutes, 50 seconds, only needing 2 goals. 3 goals if they shoot all 2s, which I believe team player has not made a 3 this game. That is not accurate. Dave made a 3 earlier. Well, Jay made a 3 that bounced off Dave's head earlier.
Teams entering the arena. Orange clears it out of their zone. It's headed back.
Team player, the miss from Fox is going to lead team player to get possession of this again. Another miss from the midfielder. This could be dangerous. Team player is stacked up. They're going to be the first ones to a disc. Just putting a little bit of moves, weaving, and an anchor off the backboard is going to put them up 16-0. And wow. You would think we were watching a completely different game from Game 1, Game 2. As Game 1, Game 2 were both in overtime, but this one could be a mercy. KRONOS hoping to do something. Right here, the mental's probably falling apart, but the passes have not. As they find the King in the right tunnel, but Dave is going to stun him. Dave passes to Jay. Jay does have an opportunity. Passes it back to Dave, perfectly timing it with Dave's recovery. Dave gets stunned again like a punching bag. Putting the moves on, but is just not a shotter, as the cool kids in the community call it. As Bug finds Jay. Jay's going to anchor in a shot, and he's going to be successful. This game is 18-0 for blue team.
12, 11, 10,
Wow, a absolute 180. I mean, it's not even a 180. It's not a 360 either, because I mean they're coming back around. So it's fuck. Hold up, 440. That doesn't sound right. You know, someone else will do the math. Anyways, they've been spinning round and round, and they have found success. This one's going to bounce off left. Cloud, team player. This could end it all right here. Jay, all he has to do is lightly tap it in, and he does, and that is going to be a mercy for Game 3. Wow. This is really, really surprising when you consider the fact that team player lost Game 1 in overtime and almost lost Game 2 in overtime. Extremely well played from both teams. KRONOS is going to continue their loss streak. Hopefully, they're able to win their next one. Team Player is going to end their loss streak. Of course, this is expected of Team Player. They were significantly higher ranked previously. KRONOS in a bit of an unfortunate matchup. I do not know what KRONOS' peak is, but I had to guess they were. Seems like they were around gold if you look at their match history. Facing Quantum, Energized, I believe Galactic Geckos are also a gold team, yeah. Playing a couple high gold teams, seems like they just, yeah, wow, they faced a lot of high gold teams. Seems like they just kind of got a bit of an unfortunate matchmake. Yeah, KRONOS seems to be a little bit unlucky on their part, on their matchmaking. They are a good team, though, as you saw. They were able to pick up game 1 and almost game 2 before Team Player was able to find their groove. Anyways, that is going to be it for the match. Team Player losing the first game, I believe, 12-10. And then the second game was 9-7 Team Player, and the final game 20-0. Not a scorecard you will see very often, but it does happen. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for watching.